Welcome back, guys. T-shirt booth here, and this is video 2 for So You Want to Make a Boggle Game. In the last video, I told you to make a 5x5 grid of the letter actor that we had made. So you should look something like that. I don't know if you centered it or not, but I left room up top in case we want to add something later. So that's what I have right now. One thing I forgot to mention earlier is in our table, I made all of these lowercase letters. It's very important you do that because the whole system is case sensitive. So we're going to stick with lowercase letters. Even if you change the tiled images here, you can use uppercase for the images, but for the coding behind it, you're going to want to use lowercase for everything. And that's just so that the word checker can check to see if it's a word properly. So now that we have this, there's a few things we're going to need to do. We're going to go into the letter and we're going to create a new attribute, a self attribute, and it's going to be a text attribute, and that's because we're going to store text in there. And we're going to call this one, what letter am I? And we'll leave that blank. Now we're going to go in here, and although this will be wrapped in a rule later, we are just going to put a change attribute in here, and we're going to change letter, so self, what letter am I, to, and we're going to choose table cell value, and where the word table is, we're going to erase that, and we're going to put in our game TB letters, so that's the table we're using. For row, we're going to use row 1 because that's where our letters are. And then for column, we're going to go random. And you'll see that it disappears here. Just click in and then arrow over till you get to it. And we're going to go random 1, comma 41. And 41 is because I believe that's how many columns we have in here. Yep, 41. I could have used a bit of code to just generate that. Just for the sake of ease, I didn't. I'm going to go ahead and go OK. And now we'll go back into the letter. And we're going to tell it to display text. And we're going to display self, what letter am I? And we'll use a dark, maybe a black, I guess. And let's go with 40 for size. I'm going to hit preview. And boom, as you can see, it's now taken our table and it grabbed a random letter from that table. So, and every time I hit refresh, you'll see simply just changes it up randomly to different letters. And we could even do something cool. We can go wrap this in a quick timer. And we're going to say for 1 second, run to completion. And then we'll put another timer in here. And we'll go every 0 seconds, run to completion. Then we'll put this in there. So now you can see it just kind of shuffles the letters. So what we'll do is we'll go in here, hit back. Let's make a new actor. And we'll call this start button. And I'm going to drag it in here somewhere. Let's just put it down here for now. And we'll go create a game attribute. Hit the plus sign. And we'll call it a Boolean attribute. And we'll call this start round. Now we can go into our letter again. And where this first timer is, we can wrap that in a rule, and we can say when attribute game start round is true. So now when I hit preview, you'll see nothing happens. I can't click the start button because we haven't done anything yet. So we'll go into our start button, and we'll create a rule. When touch is pressed, change attribute game start round to true. And you'll notice you don't hit the E to do it. You just type in true and it's done. So now hit preview. hit the start button, and boom, there we go. You can't hit it again. It's done. We'll set up rules later on to, do it again or whatnot. Let's just take a look here. We have 1, 2, 3 vowels here. Kind of looks a little weak. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not so bad. 1, 2, 3. So we might want to adjust our table later on. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not so bad. We might want to adjust your table later on to kind of get the proper amount of common letters and vowels and stuff like that. But for now, this is perfect what we're going to do. The next thing we want to do is go into our letter actor and create a new attribute, and we're going to call this a index attribute, and we'll call it what spot am I, and we'll start it off at 1. I'm going to hit back, and so now on the scene here I'm going to click the first spot, I'm going to double click it, and that's already 1, so it's fine. I'm going to hit back, go in the second spot. We're going to call this one 2. Go to the third. 3. The fourth. 4. 5. And then drop down a row and start on this side again. 6. Now, I'm going to get you to run through all that, and when you're done, come back and start on video 3, and I'll see you guys soon.